Yeah, I work as a conservation scientist with the Cheetah Conservation Fund. My background is on human-wildlife conflicts. And I'm from India, so obviously we have grown up, with tigers and elephants and leopards. Pretty bigger challenges as well in our countryside. The interesting thing about Namibia is, or Southern Africa, is there's a lot of wildlife outside national parks, and these places are not protected. They are not national parks, or there is no. Yeah, they are not declared protected areas. But the good thing is, here people have right over the natural resources, and also over wildlife. So, like Asia, like India, here people don't get compensated for losses every time, but there is a way that they live with these wild animals, and there are benefits. So this is called the communal based natural resource management, and it's pretty unique in how this is managed. So Namibia is one of those success stories. Yeah, so if you look at some of the iconic species like cheetahs are very large. They have very large ranges. Their home ranges, or the area which they use for their normal behavior and activities, can even be 1,500 square kilometers. Now you imagine how many national parks can that be. So it's obviously not possible to have every cheetah or every leopard within a protected area. So here in Namibia, a lot of the cheetahs are found in farmlands, in areas where there are people. The Cheetah Conservation Fund works very closely with the farmers, with the commercial farmers, the communal farmers, to maintain this harmony, so that they can teach people, they can help people, to deal with these predators, but also do research on these predators, especially the cheetah, to understand where do they live, what are the challenges, and how everything can be managed. So if you have been traveling across Namibia, I think you must have noticed that a lot of the habitat is now not encroached, but there is bush encroachment. So if you see a typical African landscape or Southern African landscape, it will be more like a savanna, open grassland habitats, and that is ideal for cheetahs, also for many prey species, many ungulates, which the cheetah needs obviously for their survival. But now with climate change, with people, with livestock and all that, these habitats are changing. So we have now more bush, more thorny habitats, and that is not very suitable for the cheetah as well as the prey. So CCF does all that. I mean, they try to understand what the habitats are, why are these changes happening, what do cheetahs do in these areas, but also they help try to build coexistence, try to build models which would allow cheetahs and humans to live together, because Namibia and Southern Africa has one of the largest population of cheetahs in the world. So you would say this is the home, this is the cradle of cheetahs in the whole of Africa. This is where cheetahs are. So if you conserve cheetahs in Namibia, in Southern Africa, you will conserve the species.
Absolutely.
And also, so it's pretty interesting, and also it's pretty commendable for the organization to do that.
Well, we are here with Dr. Laurie, who's the main person behind the conservation efforts for the cheetahs. I mean, her work has been unprecedented over the years. She's relocated here and driven the numbers of cheetah to mind-boggling numbers. Well, we are fortunate to have been invited to join her at the breakfast table. And here's Dr. Laurie. Dr. Laurie, thank you for speaking, and thank you for inviting us to the breakfast table with you. We really feel honored. For us, it's been unprecedented, the kind of efforts that you're driving in conservation of the cheetahs. What's really important for me has been your efforts in relocating or rehabilitating some of the beautiful children, if I may use this word, that you've had to India. Would you like to say something about this for my group of people who follow my travels?
It's been a long journey, but we are very, very proud that we were able to actually assist the Indian government and the Namibian government to bring cheetahs back into India.
India and Namibia have a powerful story of cooperation, conservation, and compassion. When you help us in reintroducing cheetahs in our country, we are deeply grateful for your gift.
I actually started working on this project with colleagues in India around the middle part of 1990, so it's been a long time. We had a very important meeting around 2009, which brought everybody kind of from all the IUCN working groups together, as well as that of the Forestry Department and your ministry in India of wildlife, and we started talking about this reintroduction. Now, cheetahs have been extinct for 70 years in India, so it is a very important, we took over another continent at this point to try to bring the cheetah back. And just the fact that India was so interested in trying to bring this animal back after. We worked at the reintroduction then around 3.5 years ago, when it was finally confirmed that we were going to do this. And at that point, the Project Cheetah team visited several times here in Namibia, and we shared with them the different groups of cheetahs that we'd been tracking and the ones that we suggested to Namibia could be reintroduced back into India. So now it's been almost 3 years, which is pretty interesting. I don't know where the time went, but just reliving that process and working together with our colleagues was important. When we did get the cheetahs over into Kuno, of course I'd been back and forth into Kuno many years before that, looking at the prey base and trying to work together with the teams to make sure that we had what was going to be needed for the cheetahs. And then we did select our 8 cheetahs, got them in a very big plane, and were able to bring them over into Kuno.
That was beautiful. I did follow that.
Fun.
And particularly when it came out of Namibia, because Namibia has had a very special place in my heart for the lovely people, the landscapes that I have met during my journey. And when this happened from CCF, I regretted not having visited CCF during my last visit. So here I am. And it's such a great pleasure and honor to meet you. Thank you, Dipanjan, for putting this together. And interestingly, I would like to get this on record from you. In the cheetah run that we had this morning, what really impressed me was the third girl running was Kaveri. I'm from Karnataka, and River Kaveri is from my hometown.
Well, Kaveri is a young orphan that came to us at the same period of time as we were getting the cheetahs ready to go to India. And so the Indian High Commissioner was back and forth up here a lot. And when she came to us as a starved, almost dead little cub, his heart broke, and he said, I want to name this cheetah cub, and so he named her Kaveri.
Beautiful.
Over a river that you now know is in your backyard, and has followed her growth and life from the time she was a tiny baby. She's a very special cheetah, obviously, with a lovely name like that, but she's grown into being a beautiful cat. Here in Namibia, the cheetahs that we do have as orphans are not really able to contribute to the wider population. They're here for educational purposes, for us to learn more about, obviously, long-term care of the animals. But most of our message here is to keep cheetahs living free and in the wild. So most of our programs that we do here at the Cheetah Conservation Fund are working with communities, working with human-wildlife conflict resolution, and many of the things that we're doing here actually could also even assist in India. We hope to actually pursue many more of those opportunities together with our Indian colleagues. But we use things like livestock guarding dogs to protect livestock. We breed them here and give them to farmers. We put out over 800 of these dogs, and we see about an 80 to 100% success rate.
Beautiful.
So what we want to do is have cheetahs living free in the wild, and if we work with the people on good livestock management, and if we can work on making sure that they are well versed in good livestock management, as well as rangeland management, and have enough wildlife, that the cheetah can live in harmony with the communities by living off of the wildlife that's on the land. Cheetahs are not a dangerous and aggressive animal, And we spent years, as you know,
Absolutely.
here in Namibia, over 35 years,
Wow.
developing techniques and programs that we're now seeing scale up and being used in other areas where cheetahs are found, but also where people are living with other predators as well. So we're predator people. Predators play an important role
Yeah.
to the health of an ecosystem, and if we have a healthy ecosystem, then we're all healthy. But in India, the cheetahs that went there were all very special
Yeah.
friends of ours. 4 of our adults are still alive.
Yeah.
A couple of them have cubs.
Yeah.
Cubs that are now out in the wild as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And monitoring this has been a joy for us to see. It's also a very big hardship. Putting an animal back out into the wild is not easy.
Easy at all. Yeah.
There's been a lot of negative press, not understanding that we are, in some respect, playing God, and all of us together have to play God together.
Absolutely.
But reintroductions are hard, not only on the people who are helping with those reintroductions, but also hard for the animals that are going back. And so all of this together, we now have, I think, 27 cheetahs that are now in India. We've had 7 litters of cubs born. So it has been a long, slow process, and we're not expecting to see any major results and successes for 10 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So please, everyone, stick with us.
Absolutely.
That our cheetahs from Namibia are there with you. I'm there with you too, but please keep cheetahs living free and in the wild and love them.
It's taken you a long time, 35 plus years, to be where you are. And I think rehabilitation happened just a couple of years back, if I'm not mistaken, right? And for 8 which were rehabilitated and with their cubs to have scaled up to 27, I think that's a good number. I mean, in 2 years with the
We
efforts.
also had an influx of cheetahs from South Africa, so
Yes.
12 cheetahs came.
Yeah.
So again, we've learned a lot. We've cut our teeth on the first 10 cats,
Yeah.
20 cats, sorry.
Yeah.
And with that, we're hoping to have greater successes.
Beautiful.
But it's all a partnership between the people
Yeah.
of India
Yeah.
and the cheetahs
Yeah.
and the wildlife department, and
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
we can make this happen.
Yeah. It's a success story all right.